And come to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it, brothers and sisters. And Dominica has taken lights once again, brothers and sisters. Very interesting stuff. Hopefully, guys, I might do another one a bit later on today. But of course, welcome to this Mystelics Reacts channel, brothers and sisters. It's very interesting what is going on right now. And for those of you who probably don't know right now, since I've seen this a number of times where they actually indicate, hey, you know, they're going to be taking light on a number of places. And also, keeping back in the days, brothers and sisters, well, remember back in the day that they were also taking lights in certain places that they indicated that they were not going to be taking lights. And of course, that was during load shedding time. Of course, we are back yet again. Once again, brothers and sisters, and we're not blaming Dominica for that. No. You have to keep in mind, it's not Dominica that is at fault. Remember the former manager or director, whatever that is, brothers and sisters, who is now in Antigua, doing the same thing or appearing to have done or be doing the same thing that she's doing in Dominica, she's doing in Antigua. You know, the lady, brothers and sisters as well. It seems like we are back to load shedding once again. They don't want to call it that, but that's exactly what is happening right there. Anyways, welcome to another Vibrations, brothers and sisters. I appreciate every single one of you guys right there. I have my fan blazing. Yes, man. I have technology here. I have internet too. Yes, man. One thing, brothers and sisters, Hurricane Maria taught me. If you didn't learn nothing from Hurricane Maria, that's your business. But Hurricane Maria taught me to be prepared, brothers and sisters. So right now, everybody have internet because of me. Light can go, brothers and sisters, but we shall survive. And without a friend, brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the like button. I would appreciate that. And subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get the latest vibrations as they tend to come through. Of course, guys, if you're a little humming song, well, this is why. Because I need to have it in front of me, man. No ace. Summertime comes. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let us get the vibrations for today. Of course, I must make mention of something that apparently started yesterday. And of course, it is on the basis of Dominica Geothermal Development Company Limited. They, of course, would like to inform motorists, residents, and other road users in the Roseau Valley that oversized loads will be transported from the Woodbridge Bay port to Loda on Wednesday, that was yesterday, and of course today, Thursday, 11th July 2024, from 9 a.m., brothers and sisters. So they are telling individuals, please be guided accordingly and proceed with caution, brothers and sisters. But apparently they want to tell us proceed with caution, but they are, you know, doing interesting stuff with us. The reason why I pointed this out, brothers and sisters, because it's the same geothermal that Dominica has been trying to develop for the past, what, 10, 15 years, if all that, more or less, if less than that, I don't know, brothers and sisters, but we have been hearing about geothermal for the past donkey years, and of course, we are still in that predicament right there. And of course, moving along, brothers and sisters, concerning the load shedding that has been taking place, of course, I think there's a number of places where they have been indicating that they have been taking lights, brothers and sisters, and of course, they took lights earlier on today, Thursday, 11th July. Dominic wishes to inform customers in the following areas that their electricity supply will be interrupted today, Thursday, 11th July, at the following times. Of course, 7:30 to 12. They have Antrim, Cochrane, Springfield. You can read it for yourself. And Bell's wet area. Where is wet area, brother? Nibia. Where is this area's wet area? And Niaba. First time I hear them places. Poo. What? Gasa? What? Where is them places there, boy? Desport. Gasa, that is in Dominicana. And Secreti. I know Pocase, Penrice, Penrice, whatever. But Gasa, where is this places there, boy? But a place called Poo. Boy, all you wasn't that creative, pal. Or the person that give them names there, are you really wicked? I wonder if it's a PP. Anyways, so they have this areas there, 7:30 to 12. Oh, thank God. Guys, they like come back. I hear people screaming. People screaming. Like come back. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. That is truly something else right there. But of course, let me continue in that regard. So they have 11:30 to 4 p.m. The lights come back. That's within the Portsmouth area. It's 3:55, so apparently they took lights. They brought back lights 5 minutes earlier. Congratulations on that behalf right there. But Georgetown, Longhouse, Glanville, Balvin, American Canadian School of Medicine. I never know American Canadian School of Medicine is a place. Mesam, you have Picard there. Why you have? All you just trying to be Picard, Lizard Trail, Banana Trail, Coconut Beach. All these are part of Picard. Really? They have other places. Or they have Picard there, and they still have other places. That is truly something else. Anyways. So next up, they have the cutting of Scottshead region, Castle Comfort, Wallhouse, anyways, Loubier, Snock Corner. But where is those places? Then I got Mon Lofty. Hey Lofty, check your place now, please. Pichle, Soufriere. So they have a number of places. Galeon, Scottshead. They fixed the area, the lining for Scottshead, man, brothers and sisters. If you guys know, there's a passageway to go from Soufriere to Scottshead. I know the Atlantic Ocean had come through over it, you know, what have you. I had a photo of that, a video. Guys, let me get it for you and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I'm finally back. But before I get to the vibrations right there, I want to point out what I actually have, brothers and sisters. I had this stuff on for quite some time, man. It's still at 4 bars, man. I had this probably like since the very beginning that they took lights, which is wrong. Let me see. They took it a little bit after the allotted time, 11:30. Yeah, so around 11:40. I had this on since 11:40, brothers and sisters, to 3:55, and it's still 4 bars, man. 4 bars, yes, sir. I have this one as well, but this one kind of went down to 28%. Right there, so I gotta chop this stuff up, and then I have this one, the mother of all mothers, brothers. You see this thing there? Sukuyada there, brothers and sisters. That thing bad. That one go down to what? 60%, right there. 60%. This one had the most load on it, right there. So yes, brothers, you have to organize yourself. You see me. Anyways, I put a light, everything, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. Anyways, let's continue right there, brothers and sisters. So this is what I'm talking about. Right there. So when the Atlantic Ocean crossed over to the Caribbean Sea, I'm wondering if they actually cleared that area right there. If you guys know, let me know that in the comment box below. But I think they also should put some sort of wall along the side to prevent the water from doing this again. But again, you need money in that regard. Anyways, brothers and sisters, you get the point what I'm saying right there. Let's go back to this. Of course, we have next up 3:30 to 8:30. No mosquito going to bite a set of people in Pichle, brothers and sisters. And of course, they indicated the interruption is necessary for load management purposes. They're not saying load shedding. It's load management purposes, brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, you must not blame Domlec for that. Also keep in mind, brothers and sisters, the government apparently purchased generators so that Domlec can use them. The question is, what exactly has happened with these generators? Or these generators, whatever, generations, whatever they want to call it, brothers and sisters. Shouldn't Domlec have the capacity to do by its own power so that it can increase to then maintain that of which is needed, brothers and sisters? Summer is coming up. Heat. Oh, I don't mind if it's in December. Now it's a little bit cooler. But heat, brothers and sisters, in the summertime. And Domlec decided now they want to do load shedding. No, Domlec. The government of Dominica has decided now they want Domlec to do load shedding for some sort of reason right there or the other. Oh, I always indicate it's very interesting to understand how they're trying to do this load shedding. But you have to be smart, brothers and sisters. You have more people coming into the country, no load, no lights go. None. Lights staying on ding dang, brothers and sisters. But when you have less people in the country now, is then load shedding beginning? Really? Really interesting stuff right there. So they're having this stuff. Of course, load shedding is definitely back in that regard. Another individual saw this and say, hey, don't make me vex. This individual seems to be vexed. We'll just call this person demons. Whoever is that person, apparently that person must be psycho, Tommy Lee or whatever. Anyways, this individual is telling Dominica Electricity Services, like I indicated before, are you talking to the wrong set of people? It's not Domlec that is responsible for this. It is SKERRIT, brothers and sisters. SKERRIT himself is responsible for what is happening with Domlec. Keep in mind, Domlek is under the guise or disguise, or is the disguise for SKERRIT them and the government of Dominica. Okay? Anyways, this person is saying, yo, I pray I don't have to do this. But any day I see y'all take lights in Kalibishi before August 20th, I will have to come and slaughter some ham and goat, brothers and sisters, in this high position employment. you understand what is written right there, brothers and sisters. For YouTube's sake, I have to, this person is saying they will do something to one of your high position employees that living in Roseau. You see, you're targeting the wrong set of people. But I understand your frustration. It is not the employees of Domlek that is the issue. It is not Domlek that is the issue. It is the ones regulating, brothers and sisters. There's the regulators, yes, but there's also those in charge. It's not IRC, brothers and sisters. It is those that are in charge of the whole thing. And that is the government of Dominica that has caused this to happen. How on earth the government decide to rent things to Domlek when Domlek can buy its own generations? Interesting times, man. Anyways, this person is saying he will do something. No, don't target the wrong people. I personally know their home address and I will make Peter pay for Paul. This individual is saying, no, do not do this. I understand the frustration that of which the government of Dominica has put on the people of Dominica. The stress, the burden that makes you feel like the action that you need to do is to do something that is not legal. Brothers and sisters, be mindful that the one you think is the enemy is not the enemy. Those who are hiding behind the cloaks are the ones that are the enemy, brothers and sisters. This person is saying, mark my words. Do not take like Kalibishi, please, before he have to write off. Y'all can do it after the 20th of August. I'm guessing this individual, probably not even in Dominica, but going to come to Dominica and, that could be the case. Because we don't know who this individual is. The person have demons on their name. So I myself, I don't play with person that have demons in their name. That is legions. Hey! Anyway, brothers and sisters, the person is saying 20th of August, or you can take it after that. And I will keep taking out your employees one by one. Each time you all take like gas. But Mr. Madam, do easy, that boy. I need to take it easy, boy. Don't do this. You're going after the wrong set of people. I understand you're trying to say Peter will pay for Paul because that is who you've seen. Brothers and sisters, sometimes the people you've seen are not the ones responsible for that of which is happening to you. Remember the Wasco, brothers and sisters? Alright then. They put in $15 on top your thing. Not even for consumption. Whether you use water or not, you just have to pay $15. It's starting on July 1st, they say. Okay, well, we don't see people. We see, we will. And small businesses who barely making profit. I will never forget that lady. That lady in her store, boy, say, yeah, Mystelics, by barely making it. I barely making it. If I get to say $5, my goodness. That person happy. No? Can you imagine trying to save $5? You then have to put $100 or $115 on top of that for water. Anyways, this individual saying the blood will be on your hands. I am also screenshotting this email to anonymously send it to the police in case anything happens, so they will know y'all refuse to take responsibility. Don't test me because I'm personally fed up, and I swear to we must not swear to Jah. But of course, he wants to ensure that God knows it as he fed up, Father. He fed up. I'm going to do it. If y'all take light in Kalibishi, it's your choice. Pick wisely. Well, so madam, whoever you are, I would advise you, please don't do that. It is not the employees' fault. The people just trying to make ends meet. They themselves probably trying to do the same thing you're doing, but they know if they do it, they will be unemployed. So they just behaving themselves. The root of this whole thing, brothers and sisters, you must look at the root. The root of the whole thing here is the Prime Minister of Dominica. That is the root. People always trying to say, oh, it's the Prime Minister that is the fault of everything. Yes, he's the fault for this one. Facts. Absolute facts, brothers and sisters. This is one of the reasons the very woman that was in charge of Domlek or chairperson or whatever she was, brothers and sisters, manager, director, chief, whatever she was that was working there, she stated the problem. Sorry about that, guys, but my camera just filled up right there. But we're back again, brothers and sisters. But the woman in question was stating that the issue in Domlek is that they are not buying the right generations or not buying enough capacities to meet the demand. And instead, the government, you know what the government did? They bought it and they renting it to Domlek. Domlek have the power to buy themselves. But no, the government decided, you know what, let me do it. Buy it and renting it to who they buy it? With what money they buy? Anyways, it's the people I need to want to find out answers right there, brothers and sisters. But this person or these persons are vexed, they are fed up, brothers and sisters. They are fed up. But please don't go and hurt people for the sake of what others have done to others. Please don't do it. No, brothers and sisters, don't do it at all. But of course, indicated right there, there's something very interesting in that regard. Right there, brothers and sisters. I think this is on the basis of electricity payments of $136.90. Interesting stuff. Alright. But of course, when you think that's it, no, brothers and sisters. Balance carried forward. You have a number of extra stuff to pay right there. Of course, totaling $591.56. Seems like the 136 was the previous payment, previous balance, and maybe the person could not pay it. But of course, they have extra stuff, usage 250, water access 175, sewage consumption and all these kind of things there. Sewage consumptions, you have to be paying that every month now. This is America, man. America, that here. What? Anyways, brothers and sisters, these are the dates given, okay? The dates given, okay. So you're seeing the conundrum that is happening, brothers and sisters. See the conundrum that is happening for small businesses right there. But of course, you don't have to take my word for it, no? You don't have to take my word for it. JL is feeling the heat, brothers and sisters.
Yes, maybe I'm lying.
JL is fanning herself, man. They don't like wherever she be there in DA. JL, you have to fan it. You have to fan in these hot summery times, brothers and sisters. Of course.
I have no power at my house right now because what we don't know is that we are back to load shedding.
Well, we know that. We know that, but it seems like a number of persons apparently don't know that yet. So I guess you told your congregation that we are back to load shedding. Because that has been happening for a number of times right there. Number of times where they're taking lights and stuff. Okay. They were talking about maintenance. You see them like the people on pole all over the place. It's great.
And I'm not asking it as a question mark. We're back to load shedding. But that's another story for another day.
Okay.
So you might see me oftentimes using my fan. I am in my 90 still because I've not been able to start my day.
I'm guessing this is earlier this morning when she had this.
I had to conserve my data for me to be able to do this. I had to save up some power on my computer just so I can do what I have to do. So because I'm going to have to hotspot, blah, blah, blah. Rate it. Long story short.
Yes, guys. Get this one. This one, I'm going to get another one. Just in case. This one is also very powerful. This one, beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. You have to be ready for the war. Anyways, this other individual is indicating the same sentiment that apparently a number of persons seem to have echoed, whether it be privately or publicly right there, brothers and sisters. But this individual, this woman in question is stating, so we went from billing based on consumption. You know what that means? What you use, you pay for. To potentially billing based on revenue. The amount of money that you make, brothers and sisters, to now categorizing on what basis, not even God himself knows, brothers and sisters, why we are paying the extra fees. I don't even know this individual saying, even empty lots getting charged. Empty lots getting charged. My generation is the one to take all the blows after all you enjoyed the good time. All the blows, brothers and sisters. You see, it's rather interesting. That few years ago I was indicating that sentiment that this kind of thing is going to happen. But the government is going to be looking for money, and they're going to be putting it on the basis of the people to pay it back. They're going to be making all the bad decisions, absolutely terrible, absolutely flawlessly horrible decisions, brothers and sisters. And the people who will be paying the price for it will be the very Dominican people. Price is raising up in every sector, brothers and sisters. Thank God the gas prices went down by a few cents. By a few cents it went down. I myself don't really see any change, but it went down, my goodness. If we get in 2 cents less, hallelujah. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. We get a little 2 cents less. If that be the case, my goodness gracious. But they're finding some ways and means for them, you know. It's like they're shifting from gas to put it in the electricity and to put it in the water. They not only increase the consumption basis of electricity, brothers and sisters, but they also adding on it. The laborites themselves who were so happy for the government to reacquire Domlec shares or whatever, brothers and sisters, to reacquire. They're happy and they say we will not pay no more electricity. Imagine people facing reality and that naive. My goodness. They literally believe that they were not going to pay electricity, only to find out that they have paid record-breaking prices for electricity. And they put on water too. They put on water as well for consumption. For consumption, brothers and sisters. Now you don't even have to consume. You still have to pay $15 if you're a business. $175, I think, whichever it is. And then on top of that, electricity. Well, so they'll try ways and means to say, hey, look, electricity go down, but you forgetting prices raising elsewhere. Or you just forget, plenty. Say la vie, brothers and sisters. Moving along right there, brothers and sisters. Dominica. So on top of the ability of high prices, brothers and sisters, Dominica Infirmary and Dominica Grammar School workers or workers, whichever, choose, has not gotten paid for the last month and is seeking answers. Well, seek answers still. Seek answers still. Okay. Or you don't realize, people that don't understand economy, people that don't understand the economy just freak me out, you know. They're freaking me out, man. Because once one thing goes up, brothers and sisters, or they bring down one thing and they bring up the other one, that constitutes even much more higher than if this one was up. So they said, oh, things going down, but they don't realize that one's skyrocketing on you. So you're happy and you say, look, it go down, but you don't realize it going up elsewhere. While you not even, it's one thing when your salaries are low, brothers and sisters. It's another thing when you're not getting paid. Not getting paid. I know back in the United Workers' Party days, at least people were getting paid during the month or whatever. But when you're not getting paid for a month, 2 months, 3 months, NEP, is a whole other story. Right there, you think it's comic that happened in Dominica? You think it's joke? Look, another one. It's been 3 fortnights. A month and a half since my son hasn't received his wages. And the guys don't have a voice to speak on their behalf because job is scarce. Oh my God. Have mercy on the people of Dominica. But then again, sometimes we seek God to find mercy when maybe God is just using the government to tell the people something. Maybe they will rise up from their slumber. Sit on ashes, bare bottom on ashes, brothers and sisters. If that be the case, let me read that again. It's been 3 fortnights since my son hasn't received his wages. And the guys don't have a voice. They quiet their momo to speak on their behalf because job security in itself is very scarce. Oh, what a calamity in this democratic country we call the Commonwealth or the one-man wealth or the no-man wealth, brothers and sisters. The no-man wealth indeed. It's very interesting to look at it because if you make noise, it kind of reminds you of the lady, and it's true, you know. It's not story that there. It's true. Remember the lady that was working in Dominica State College as a cleaner? She worked there from since 2021. 2021 she working there. They fired the lady in 2024. Talking about she doesn't meet the expectations. Really? You wait 3 years to say she don't meet the expectations? Only to find out that she was complaining about not getting paid. or not getting paid on time. Or maybe she's saying about the salary is not adequate for the kind of work she has to do in the entire college, brothers and sisters. They fired the lady. So even when she voiced her opinion on her frustration on limited funds, if limited funds she was getting, or not even getting paid on time. And she has obligation and children and all bills, extra bills to pay. It's interesting when you look at it, brothers and sisters. Look, there again, it's happening there again, and Dominicans will sit quietly and watch people come to Roseau to talk about changing and having proper electoral reform to give them a fighting chance against their own oppressors. And man will watch me and tell me if election were to call tomorrow, they will still vote the present regime. I'll never forget the DJ man crying we say, "Alas, I feel in a little pain, but I surviving. Much less for those who don't even have the opportunity that I have." I watched him the other day trying to get New York to bring him. Hopefully they bring him New York. I think he was somewhere in Texas or wherever he was doing his DJing stuff. And New York, call me. New York, bring me up or whatever. Trying to get an extra gig here and there. Man saying, what about the others that don't have the opportunities like him? And he crying, I tell you, the boy crying. You know the kind of guts it taking for a man to cry on camera? And then come back and say, he said he will still put the same persons, the same government officials that keeping the country down. The man weeping bitterly, like snot coming out from the other man crying, I tell you. I have my eyes closed, brothers and sisters, because I picturing that in front of me. And my mind is wondering, why is this happening? Look, the very thing we're seeing happening, brothers and sisters, right in front of us. Right now, the Prime Minister wants to push electoral reform, electoral reform. He pays $750,000, almost $1 million, to a man to do electoral reform. And he rubbished it, that is $750,000 going down the drain. In the circumstances that we are, where we need a number of things, the man is then taking $64,000 on top of his salary to live in a mansion, brothers and sisters. And then prices going up on the people. The very people who pay taxes then have to supplement him. Pay for his gas and pay for his travel. And you think it's his salary he taking to travel? You think it's his salary he taking to travel? Okay. All these things. Man living like a king. Building a bigger mansion than the one he was staying before. One of the reasons why I always ask, why is that $64,000 always every month going? Maybe in fact they are getting a cut. And inland is one thing to get your cut from foreigners from overseas. The money comes in, you do your job, you send the money overseas, you get your cut outside of Dominica and you put it wherever you put in offshore accounts, whatever. But one of the heck of a thing is for when you're doing it in the country, you're paying $64,000. Possibly alleged that part of that money is then going into building the bigger mansion. Possibly, brothers and sisters, could be, I don't know. There's a possibility that that could be. And then people will still tell me that they will vote. And I supposed to feel sorry. That's how best all you get all your power bank. Eh? Get your power bank. I have an affiliate. I should have put my affiliate in the thing. But go and research it. Type in power bank. You can look that there. If you know how to read, all right. I given only the best two ones. The best two ones is this one and this one. After Hurricane Maria, when I came back from States, I had a different power bank. That one was okay. It used to last for like about 2 hours, 2-3 hours. But these ones will probably last for 8 hours, man. So enough time, brothers and sisters. There's also solar fans and stuff. You guys can probably get it. It's around. Go Chinese stores and get them. Hopefully the Chinese stores don't sell you stuff that will break in the next 1 month or something of that sort. But yeah, they have a few things around, brothers and sisters, that you can definitely get. Anyways, moving back to this one right there. So apparently this individual's son has not been getting paid at all for the past three fortnights. Then the person is saying, Lord Jesus is only going to take you to deliver this place from this political bondage and victimization. No, brothers and sisters, it takes you to do this. You can pray all you want. Even when you look through the Bible, don't get me wrong, you know. Jesus can perform miracles. Yeshua, I should say. Yeshua can provide miracles indeed. The problem here is not in the miracles that he can perform, but all throughout the Bible, man needed to do something so that the miracle can be done. When the woman wanted to get healed, and there was a serious crowd, she had to make her way through the thick crowd, brothers and sisters, so she could touch the garment so that she could get healed. When Yeshua put mud on the man's eyes and tell him, go and wash it. He said, why are you putting mud on my eyes? No, I don't put them. No, I don't want that. Don't put that on my eyes. Don't put it. Instead, he listened. He blind, you know. Mud on his eyes. He go and he wash it. When he wash it, he could see. There was always an action that was required before miracles happened. This is why I was mentioned based on what a particular pastor was indicating. He said there's a difference between the success equation and the revelation equation. When you're asking, Lord Jesus is only going to take you to deliver this place, you're asking about the revelation equation. But the success equation requires you understand how things work. If you do not understand how things work, brothers and sisters, no matter how ignorant you are, you will forever be looped in the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, hoping that some miracle takes place. There's always a saying, God help those who help themselves. That is not biblically written, but based off biblical reference, brothers and sisters, I can agree with that statement. God help those who help themselves. You're not telling me you seen how the country going. You seen how the country going. Election time coming. You say, why not going to vote? Or you decide, oh, you give me $300 or $500 or a bag of cement, and I come in and vote for you, and then you expect better to come. I will never forget what one of my labor rights friends was telling me. Mystelics boy, I seen the things you say and I agree, you know, but hey, we finally get a chance to right the wrongs that we have done before. That was 3 elections ago when he stated that to me. 3 elections ago. Dominica is in serious problems right now. Look, he trying to go now. Okay. Labor rights, what are you going for? Are you voting for the very thing that is keeping all you down? And are you telling me all you want to leave? You want to leave? What are you leaving for? You voting for what is happening to Dominica, but you want to leave? Okay. Brothers and sisters, it is always indicated, a good friend of mine, Chino Mills, big up yourself one time, 4 years ago he indicated that. I saw this on his status. I decided, hey, that's something I need to put in there. If it's one thing I learned in life, progress is something people do not like. There's something interesting, brothers and sisters. I think I'll do it after this one. What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? Something interesting lurking in the place when I saw this. So thanks Chino for that message right there. It is one thing I learned in this life that we live in. Progress is something people don't like. Whether it be for themselves or whether they see somebody progressing and they do not like it. Brothers and sisters, crab in the barrel mentality has never been so profound like now. Man trying to elevate. Nobody trying to help them. If they see you trying to elevate, they'll try and come. That's happened to me, you know, brothers and sisters. They'll try and come and get the information so they can do what you're doing. And then try doing what you're doing, then they can run with it. When they elevate themselves, they just forgetting you clean. But that's okay. It's okay, brothers and sisters. Once you're on your path and you're going forward, doesn't matter who that there. Continue. But I think I'm going to run next with this one, because I saw an interesting post. Something that apparently is taking place in Portsmouth, brothers and sisters. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, brothers and sisters. Stay tuned in the next reaction video right there. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you understand it. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when it tend to come from. And of course, help this channel to grow further and further by you subscribing right there. So about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Salute the king. Be positive.